So we're live on Facebook right now. Okay, so now that we did the top of the 7 p.m. newscast, now we're officially starting our town hall here. So I want all of you to know that we want to just welcome you here. We're so happy to be here in Macomb County for our very first Detroit 2020 Town Hall. And I just want to tell you a little bit about Detroit 2020 and our initiative and how we did start it back in 2010. Our motto, of course, you can see it right there on that big billboard. It was to unify, inspire, and act in our community. And we certainly did that very thing. And as you heard me saying live on our broadcast at 7 p.m., we started first doing stories in the community of Detroit and showing how there was so much blight in our communities with burned out and torn up homes, and we actually showed how those were being torn down. And then we started going inside different schools, not just in Detroit, but in outer communities as well. And we did it under the umbrella of Against All Odds, Detroit 2020 Against All Odds, with the initiative with General Motors and the United Way. And we showed how schools were coming back. And then, of course, the rebirth of Midtown and downtown with Mike Illich and with Dan Gilbert and, of course, with Mayor Duggan. And so many things are going right in the city of Detroit at this point. But thanks to our general manager and vice president, Mr. Mike Murray, we wanted to take Detroit 2020 to a whole new level, as you heard me say. So that's why we're here in Macomb County, and we're going to go all over southeastern Michigan doing town halls to hear what you have to say about your community, the good things, the bad things, or what you want to see us cover on Channel 7. And that's why we have our editorial director here, Mr. Chuck Stokes, our 7 investigator, Ross Jones, and of course our Taking Action for You reporter, Amira David. And a number of our colleagues are spread out all across this room to talk to you as well about your concerns. That's why we have these microphones set up. So with that said, we're going to officially start our Detroit 2020 Town Hall. And who wants to be first to come to the mic and talk to us? Okay, sir. You were quick to say. I will. I like that hat too, sir. So as you just heard our executive producer, Jody Heisner, say, you can line up and just stick to the cards and the rules of the game tonight, 2 minutes, and please wrap up and be conscious of your neighbors who also have comments to say as well. State your name, sir, and go ahead.
My name is Rick Nix, and I live in Warren, and I would like to thank you for holding this forum. I think you have one of the best investigative units in this part of Michigan, actually all of Michigan. And I'm here to warn people about a scam, a big scam that's going on with car dealerships selling junk trade-in cars to unsuspecting people in neighborhoods who are buying some of these cars from some of their ex-employees. It's terrible. The person is unsuspecting. My fiance was one of the people, and she purchased one of these cars from a car dealership here in the Detroit metropolitan area. We tried to negotiate with them. We tried to talk to the person who was the ex-employee. The scam is they roll back the miles on the car. The ex-employee buys the car for little or nothing. He doesn't transfer the title. The dealership never transferred the title, taking it in as a trade-in, and then they sell it to some unsuspecting senior, and females are likely candidates also. And after they're done doing that, they say the car's in pretty good shape, but if there's something wrong with it, take it to that dealership they used to work at, and then that dealership keeps band-aiding the car till it runs up to be some incredible price. And they talk the person into not signing the service agreement before they leave. Even if the person asks 3 times, they tell them, don't worry about it, we'll call you. And when they do call, they've already started the work, sometimes completed the work, and they know that the car is a junk car because they ran it through one of their ex-employees who's out there fencing these junk cars on the street. So I'm asking Channel 7 to look into this. It's terrible. They're just literally milking people, and people are getting nothing for their money. And this particular car, it cost over $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 really to fix. And the person, when they sold it to her, said, It just needs a rating.
Got you. We so appreciate your comments
Thank you.
tonight, sir.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, this happens a lot, and I'm so sorry that it happened to your family, but a lot of these dealerships do take advantage of folks who are desperate, who are elderly, who don't have a lot of money, and are probably willing to take what they hope is a deal, even if it involves buying a car that's got some question marks about it. So let's make sure you and I talk after this. I'll give you my business card and we'll talk.
Sure
Thank
will,
you so much for bringing that to our attention.
I have the service record who actually really owned the car, and if it's looked into, I'm sure you can find out all
Gotcha.
the details. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
appreciate your comments. Hi, sir.
Good evening. My
Good
name
evening.
is George Lewis. I've been a Sterling Heights resident since 1983. My topic today is the condition of the roads and the departments responsible. I am convinced that no one with MDOT, Michigan Department of Transportation, Macomb County Road Commission, Sterling Heights Engineering, or Warren DPW and their select sorry contractors knows how to pave a road with flush manhole covers on asphalt roads. Drive Van Dyke south from Bay Systems to 13 Mile. All you do is count the manhole covers through the seat of your pants. How many people drove 15 Mile Road today east from Mound Road to Van Dyke? You subjected yourself to no less than 10 joint failures or speed bumps, as some people refer them to, and one railroad crossing that is nowhere in compliance to being a qualified grade crossing. Also, I would like to know where MDOT gets off in awarding huge monetary rewards for finishing major paving projects such as I-96 in the western suburbs and I-275. If the contractor did not earn enough money on his bid, why does MDOT feel they have to line the contractor's pockets with even more money? Recently, Van Dyke was repaved within the last 2 years. You have extra signage over here. You have vertical signs, square signs at 15 Mile, 16 Mile, and 17 Mile. And they identify the intersection. Well, this is in addition to the signs that are already hung by the street signs and the street poles. At what cost did these signs come? And who paid for these square signs? Like I need to look at another sign while I'm sitting there waiting for the light to change. Finally, Fiat Chryslers. Fiat Chrysler uses suppliers in Sterling Heights and Macomb County. They use dedicated trailers to deliver the materials to the assembly plants. These trailers travel solely in Macomb County. These trailers have out-of-state plates
Sir,
on them.
I'm going to have you pause for 1 second because, Anjay, we need live pictures for the news broadcast at 7 p.m. So they're going to take live pictures of the audience and the town hall going on right now. So you can keep sharing, sir, and he's just getting
Keep going.
live pictures.
Okay, Fiat Chrysler uses suppliers that use dedicated trailers that don't leave Macomb County. Yet these trailers have out-of-state plates on them. Where is Ruth Johnson and the Michigan State Police to check these violations out? Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
And my final comment is, I want to thank Channel 7 for supporting the Woodward Green Cruise throughout the years.
Thank you.
We aren't too far from August.
No, we're not. Amira, you're our Taking Action reporter. Do you want to say anything to him just briefly before we hear the next comment?
I mean, I think that, and I'm wondering if that would be something that I would take on, or something that
you know,
maybe...
it's a multifaceted problem, unfortunately. And a couple years ago, we did the pothole pledge. You might remember, trying to look at why there was no fix coming from Lansing, and in many ways, that fix still hasn't come. As you mentioned, driving 15 milers, we drive Evergreen in Southfield. So, county level, state level, this is a massive problem that still isn't approaching a solution. I'm not surprised it only took 2 questions for roads to come up, but thank you for bringing it.
Yes,
bringing it
thank
to our
you
attention.
so
And
much.
just to be clear, I think the best way to distinguish between what I do as a Taking Action reporter and what Ross does is I'm, listening to an individual who has an issue with being wronged by a company, another individual. I'm taking action for you. It means it doesn't necessarily have to be happening to thousands of other people, and that's what's so great. So if you're having an issue, a consumer issue, it doesn't necessarily have to be a consumer issue, but we tend to look at consumer issues that you can't get resolve on. You've tried, somebody's not calling you back, they're not paying you back, whatever it may be. If you've been scammed in some way, I'm the person that you'd want to reach out to. Perfect. And I'm happy to hear about any kinds of grievances you may have. Gotcha. Ross tends to look at things that are affecting more people, bigger communities, deeper investigations.
Yes,
so.
but always a team effort for sure.
A quick show of hands. How many of you find it ironic, just raise your hand, that we are the auto capital of the world but have some of the worst roads in the nation? All right, just wanted to take a quick survey.
Okay, ma'am, come on up to the mic and let us hear your comments as well.
Hello, my name is Laura Shovlin, and I am the founder and executive director of a local 501c3 charity called Helping Hands Gifts. And what makes us unique is that we provide a low-cost shopping event to struggling families in need who are experiencing a temporary setback. We are for the working poor, your neighbors, your friends, your families, your customers, your clients, your patients, and the news watchers. As everyone said, I really appreciate Channel 7 doing this to bring exposure to some great organizations in the area, and we hope to be one of them. How we get referrals is through agencies, and it could be a family that may have had a death, a tragedy, a cancer, those types of things. They get to come to our event, purchase gifts, $1 to $5 each, and then they get to get free stocking stuffers, food baskets, paper products, winter wear needs, etc. But what makes us unique, again, is that we're trying to be here for the working poor. We're just trying to make people exposed to this. The last thing that we do is that we provide, after our event, to other charities in the area, all the excess that we have. Because we are a purchase it like a store, we run it like a store, then we have excess, and so we want to give those products to other charities as well. And so we blessed 14 charities last year and touched the lives of 3,000 kids. Wow. And we're hoping this year to touch the lives of 5,000 kids, and we need more generous people to help us out. And again, I really appreciate the time. My name is Laura Shovlin with Helping Hands Gifts.
Well, thank you.
And it is only Macomb County, only right now, and that's why we wanted to make it.
Laura, do you guys have an actual event that you put on every year? Or?
Yes, it's in the first Saturday in December, but again, it is only by referral only. People can't just come, and they really are for those people that would not otherwise have a Christmas if we didn't step in, but they're not for the people who qualify for free assistance. There's programs for them.
Okay. The reason I say that is because what you do sounds like something we would highlight on our weekend or any morning program. So awesome. Reach out to us, because especially if there's an event or something that we can highlight specifically, we would love to, show the good work that you're doing.
And just one last comment in regards to that. In order to prepare for a Christmas of that many people, you have to prepare all year. So right now we are actively, meeting with people and talking with people so that we can. So
don't wait until November, right?
So contact us.
Yes.
Be in touch with us.
And we do have a website and a Facebook page, so thank you very much. So
I can give you my card too.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, I'm Brenda Kotsis. I've been a Macomb County resident of Clinton Township since 1978. I'm a mom of a special needs daughter, Elaine. She's 35 years old. And people have come to Macomb County from all across the country just for their education. And also, they've come here for the great programming they have after age 26. However, in the last 2 years, we have been targeted, Macomb County, in extreme budget cutting for the day programs that they give them a purpose. This is for the population that can't work. They have daily living skills. They have things that give them a purpose and somewhere to go. And they're cutting $30 million within, we're talking about it right now. It's in the throes right now. They want to eliminate the buildings. They want these kids just to go out in the community. I don't know with who, with us, the moms. We're getting older. We're at retirement age. And they deserve like we do. They deserve an established life. And we're upset because they're targeting Macomb County right now. Oakland County's been touched, but not as hard as we have right now. So I just want to bring it out there and make people aware that there's so many adults that cannot work that are affected by this crisis. Thank you.
When you say they, you're talking about Lansing legislators?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Have you been to Lansing
Oh,
to
yes,
protest?
we have, and I'm very active, but I thought this was a good day, time to bring it out, to make more and more people aware that we're
glad
here.
you did.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
it's a population, as you know, that isn't able to advocate.
And I've been an
for
advocate
themselves.
for years when she was in school, and my friends are here. We've been advocates, and we thought we could rest after they came out of school, and now we're still fighting like we did then, but we're older now.
I'm going to have you stand by because we're
Thank
going
you.
live in like 30 seconds, ma'am. I apologize.
Should I leave?
We'll pause just 1 second.
Well, Stephen, we're taking this to a whole new level, and that's why we're right in the community. You see all of these people who have come out tonight to tell us what they're worried about right in their own neighborhood, right in their own community. We've heard a number of things, from good things about a woman who is actually donating items to poor people right here in Macomb County, and it's for people in Macomb County, so it's not just bad things. I heard another gentleman talk about the roads. He's really worried about the infrastructure here in Macomb County, but that's a problem all around America, including here in Michigan, so that's a major issue, but he's hoping our investigator, perhaps Ross Jones, will look into the problems with the roads here in Macomb County, and Ross had a couple of comments about that. But people have a number of issues, and gentlemen, what is your name?
Willie Gutman.
Willie, tell me, what did you come here to our town hall to talk about tonight?
I came to talk about sewage overflows into the Clinton River. I live in Warren along the Red Run, and the Oakland County Drain Commission has 12 cities, the 12 towns drain that flows underneath DeQuinder Road into Warren. It fills up the Red Run. It's touched the Ryan Road Bridge a few times the past few years. It covers all the street outfalls into the river, meaning they basically don't function, and the stuff starts backing up into our neighborhoods. A number of my neighbors near Ryan Road and Dawson in Warren have had flooded basements on numerous occasions, not just on the past August storm that we had a few years ago, but on numerous occasions. My parents have had the house for about 50 years. Just about every 2-3 years we get hit with a wet basement, have to pay to have it taken care of. Insurance doesn't always cover the costs, and we're forced to get an insurance rider and have to pay extra money.
I'm going to have you pause for just a second. This is another major problem here in Macomb County. They're worried about the water, worried about the sinkholes, worried about so many issues, and that's why we have come right here to Macomb County to hear gentlemen like this tell us what they're concerned about and what we can cover right on Channel 7, as we've done for so many years, but now we're taking it to the community. So we're going to go to other communities, not just here in Macomb County, but we're anxious to talk to people, can't wait to hear what they have to say, and we're going to continue this, not just on Channel 7, but on Facebook Live, and we'll continue to report back what people have to say. Glenda and Stephen, I'm going to send it back to you both in the studio right now. Okay, so we're going to continue. I didn't know we were going to continue. I thought I was just doing a live shot, but we're going to continue, sir. Tell me your name. Stand up for me.
Tom Mitchell. I've lived in Sterling Heights since 1965.
So you've lived here for 1965. I know you've come here to the town hall meeting to tell us some of the things that you're concerned about here in your community. Tell me what's your number one concern.
My number one concern right now is the city of Sterling Heights is embroiled in 2 very serious lawsuits regarding mosque issues. And it just seems like everything is not being brought out into the open. It wasn't long, it was last fall. In fact, right here at this very hotel, it came out that there were Syrian refugees staying here. And I looked into the ownership and whatnot, Amira Lodge, and nobody seems to know where they're not here now, but nobody seems to know where they are, what they're doing, their condition.
What worries you most about Syrian refugees being here in Macomb County?
security and how much this is costing us, nobody can find anything out. Not anything. I saw a winter coat drive being sought after for Syrian refugees at that time, and it come to be for the mosque that was actually suing the city. So nobody knows anything. We can't find anything out from our county government. We can't find anything out at the state level. And I mean, I'm thinking about where's the unity? I don't feel any unity in nobody can find anything out about what is going on in our community.
Well, I know this has been talked about really all across America. We've heard our president talk about this, and it's not our job tonight to really dig into issues. We really want to hear about what your concerns are. Who would you like us to talk to on your behalf? You want to hear your politicians in Macomb County, or you want to hear the governor talk about this? What would you like for us to do on your behalf?
Let's start with Mark Hackle. He's got one Macomb, and this is all about refugee resettlement. But when the people that live in the communities can't find anything out, I mean, we all know there's going to be a cost to this. There's health concerns and assimilation concerns. And yes, I have to say, there is some security issues here.
So you want more communication here in Macomb County?
Absolutely.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much, sir.
I can't thank Channel 7 enough. I really hope we can get into this.
Okay, thank you so much. We have someone else who's going to speak for us right now. Oh, both of you ladies. Okay, tell me your names, both.
I'm Vanya Apps, and this is Sherry Stein.
So tell me, what are your concerns tonight?
Well, we came because we wanted to make the community aware of a project that we've been working on in Fraser that we're very proud of. Phase 1 is completed. It is the McKinley Barrier-Free Park. This is a park for all children, all adults, it's barrier-free, so they're all able to access it. And we are now starting on the second portion of that, which is to bring barrier-free playscapes to the park now.
And how long have you guys been working on this?
10 years? Yes.
Yeah. 10 years. So a lot of kids can access this.
Yes. Yeah.
So give me an idea of how many.
Oh, we have about, our last number was 25,000 students that typically cannot play at a conventional park. So this opens it up to all of them, children in wheelchairs, walkers, but not only children. We're looking at this to help people over 50 that may be recovering from knee surgery or strokes. It's very easy to access.
Well, that's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, so we wanted to kind of bring it to the attention of Channel 7, and we're so grateful that you're having this town hall tonight so that we could do that, but also to let people know that we're still looking for that money. You know, it's all about getting the playscapes finished, but we're proud of it being in Fraser, and it's open to all of Southeast Michigan.
That is a wonderful thing, and you know we're here to hear about the good things and things that you may have problems with here in Macomb County, so we're so happy that you're here and shared that with us tonight. We so appreciate it. We're going to keep the line going, correct? We're going to keep the line going. Ma'am, did you finish your comments yet?
Yes, I did. I just wanted to thank Channel 7 for doing this and just bringing out the special needs population in Macomb County that we need help here.
Well, we so appreciate you and so appreciate your comments. Ma'am, come step to the mic, say your name, and then tell us what you want to share with us.
Hi, my name is Cheryl Bessignol, and I'm from the founder and executive director of Macomb Feeding the Need. We are a community kitchen, and we're located in Roseville, Michigan. We serve hot meals 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We also have urban gardens in Roseville area. We make mats for the homeless out of recycled shopping bags. We have a program called Homeless to Housing, where we have housed over 36 families and 34 are successful. And we do clothing, personal care products, whatever it is that is the need. It's for homeless, it's for near homelessness, and it's also for the elderly. We're finding a lot, our population is building on the elderly because there's just no money for them to survive.
Well, Well, we certainly appreciate your comments because we know homelessness is not just a big problem here in Michigan. It's really a big problem across the nation.
It is.
Especially children here in Michigan are finding themselves homeless. And
We
living
have
in
over
poverty as well.
6,000 homeless in Macomb County alone. I have no idea what Detroit is.
Which is a major, it's higher than that, but it's a major,
Yeah.
major problem. So we appreciate you doing everything that you're doing right here in Macomb County.
Thank
Okay,
you.
sir, I'm going to have you step to the microphone and tell us what you want to say here at this Detroit 2020 Town Hall.
Yes, thank you. My name is Kenneth Rose. I'm Macomb County Township. So what I want to talk about is the smart meters, and probably 98% of the people in this room and 98% of the people in Michigan has got a smart meter put on their house. They've never proved them to be safe. We went to Lansing. We met with them up there. We had medical doctors. The lawyers for the DTE and MPSC would not even let them testify. So later on, when people start getting cancer from these meters, they're never going to be able to figure out where it's coming from. And the start with when they put a smart meter on your house, it's actually a spy device. And then DTE is going to sell your information. There's billions of dollars in selling the information. So there's a bill going on right now, Gary Glenn in Lansing. I talked to him the other day. He told me he needs 10 people to sign. He's only got 7. So we get a meter choice in Michigan. This needs to be, everybody needs to get a hold of Gary Glenn, and the bill number is 4220, because this is very dangerous. It's microwave technology, and I hope y'all can look into it, because DTE is not telling us the truth.
We understand. Thank you so much for your
Okay.
comments, sir. Stephen and Glenda, I know you all are back in the studio. We just want you to know, Detroit 2020, our town halls, this is about the people. This is really not about us. We are just here to listen to the good things and the not so good things going on in communities like Macomb County. And you've heard a range of people helping the homeless, of people building up new parks. And you've just heard that gentleman talking about not liking meters being put on his home by DTE. So we're listening to all of this, and we're going to bring it back to Channel 7 and see what we can do. And this is going to go on all night on Facebook Live, so I'm going to send it back to you guys in the studio. So I just want everybody to know we finished up our live broadcast during our 7 o'clock newscast. It's tough sometimes to go back and forth, but we're still on Facebook Live. So we're going to continue our town hall and continue with your comments. And again, we appreciate all of you being here tonight.
My name is Robert Tyson. I'm very new to the Macomb County area, but I'm very thankful for the opportunity to be here tonight, and thankful for you guys for holding the town hall. I would like to say some things that I think our elected officials have forgotten about our beautiful republic. In every wise struggle for human betterment, one of the main objects, and often the only object, has been to achieve in large measure equality of opportunity. Equality of opportunity means that the Commonwealth will get from every citizen the highest service of which he is capable. In our day, it appears as if the struggle of free men to gain and hold the right of self-government against the special interest who twist the methods of free government into machinery for defeating the popular will. At every stage and under all circumstances, the essence of the struggle is to equalize opportunity, destroy privilege, and to give to the life and citizenship of every individual the highest possible value both to himself and to the Commonwealth. The object of government is the welfare of the people. The material progress and prosperity of a nation are desirable, chiefly so long as they lead to the moral and material welfare of all good citizens. The duty of Congress is to provide a method by which the interest of the whole people shall be all that receives consideration. The absence of effective state and especially national restraint upon unfair money-getting has tended to create a small class of enormously wealthy and economically powerful men whose chief object is to hold and increase their power. The prime need is to change the conditions which enable these men to accumulate power, which is not for the general welfare that they hold and exercise. There are two ideals of government. There are those who believe that if you just legislate to make the well-to-do prosperous, that their prosperity will leak through on those below. The American ideal has been that if you legislate to make the masses prosperous, their prosperity will find its way up and through every class that rests upon it. We stand here representing people who are equals before the law. We keep countless men from being good citizens by the conditions of life by which we surround them. When you come before us and tell us that we shall disturb your business interest, we reply that you have disturbed our interest by your action. We say that you have made too limited in this application the definition of a businessman.
Sir,
thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for your comments tonight. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi, Terry Bojo. I'm a resident of over 35 years plus here in Sterling Heights in Macomb County. Great place to live, great schools, a lot of amenities for a lot of people, and a lot of help when you need it. The reason that I'm here tonight is because we have the sinkholes on 15 Mile Road. That is a problem with a lot of our residents. I'm also a real estate agent, commercial and residential, of over 18 years. I was on Planning Commission here in Sterling Heights for 9 years. We don't know what's going on in our city. We had other sinkholes in that 15-mile area quadrant from years before. We've had flooding through our sewers. When houses are sold now in this area, they're uncapped, the taxes are, and they're charging people and raising those taxes $500 to $1,700, $1,800. That's pretty stretchy when somebody really doesn't know that's not going to happen. I just think we need some information. I think our residents need to know, after all these years of falling values for our homes, where are our values now? And I thank you so much. I just drove from Grayling, so thank you.
Thank you. That's a long
No,
drive.
we appreciate you, and we appreciate your comments about the sinkhole issue here in Macomb County. We know that is certainly a biggie.
Thank you.
Carolyn, we have someone over here who would like to speak, but needs to stay seated for his
I can stay.
Oh, perfect.
Evening. My name's Dave Chesney. I live in Roseville. I've been a Roseville resident for 12 years now. And I just want to say that our city government in Roseville and our police and fire department and first responders do a fantastic job. But my concern is South Macomb County, 8 mile to 14 mile from DeQuinder to Lake St. Clair. You know, the 6 cities that make up South Macomb County. I'm concerned that our county officials should pay more attention to the south end of the county. You know, there are a lot of people that are want to move further north. My home's paid for. I'm not moving. I'm going to stay where I'm at. And you guys have talked about the blight in Detroit. Yeah, I saw my old neighborhood go down where I grew up. And my concern, I always tell Roseville City Council and the mayor there, you know, I'm concerned about the same thing spilling over 8 Mile into Warren and Roseville, East Point. But the cities are teaming up and they're doing a great job at stepping up code enforcement and things. But my thing is the south end of the county, we matter too. So Mark Hackle and the county commission should pay attention to the south end of the county. Thank you.
Thank you, and that's why we're here to listen to you and understand your concerns. Come on. How are you?
Robert Quain. I've lived in Utica for 51 years. My biggest concern is on Hall Road and N59. That project is scheduled to be completed in 2 years. My question to Mark Hackle and elected officials, why can't we get it done in 1.5 years with about 8 contractors? We could do it, but they want to play this game. We don't have the money, and it's kind of to a point where you have the money. It's allocated in the budget. Do it. Get it done, and get it done right. Because I'm sick and tired of this. All these people coming into Macomb County saying, oh, soon as you get into, from Ohio, you have orange bills. Yes, that's what Michigan is made of. Orange bills, and every year construction after construction. And it's getting very sickly. And This goes to Governor Rick Snyder. He's doing a great job, but he could be out here looking at some problems that we need to get done and get it done right. Thank you.
No, thank you, sir. Hi, ma'am.
Come right on up.
Hi, I'm from, my name is Flora Williams, and I am from East Point. And also I have another, something I need to talk to you about. East Point, they're not for the people in East Point. We sit up here and we have a sewage problem in there. It's very stinkful, all up and down the streets and stuff. They're gonna tell us if we have a sewage problem, they're gonna make us pay $4 on our water bill, attach $4 on our water bill to pay so we could get our ground digged up. Okay, that's not fair to us. Also, if anything happened to our basement, we got to call our insurance company. I don't think that's fair to us, okay? Then also, I had my neighbor to put a fence up, and it was not the time to put the fence up. You have to ask your neighbor. They turned around, and the guy that was the inspector, he sit up there, he was friends with my neighbor, and he went on and approved of the guy to put the fence up without my permission. So what it was, and then now the guy is fired, okay? So now they tell me that they're not gonna take the fence down, okay? Because it's dangerous, it's not up there right. It wasn't built by a company, it was built by my neighbor's friend, okay? So it's not up there right. I have talked and fight with the city. I even tried to take them to court. So,
you feel like you're getting a lot of red tape.
Right, that's what I'm saying, you know. And I also have another one, but they're giving me, please wrap it up.
Let's talk afterwards. We'll see if we can help you with that.
We
Thanks for
appreciate
talking
your
to us.
comments tonight, ma'am.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Robert Logan. I've been living in Macomb County since 1956. And the problem I got is with the Veterans Administration. Okay, they give the veterans that come back from combat that get hurt a rating. And my personal rating is very low, which makes it hard to live anywhere because the rating is screwy and it affects everybody in this country. But it'll affect your sons, your daughters, yourselves, because they rated so low, all right, that at my rating alone is less than $1,100 a month, okay? And I was severely wounded. I had the wounds that's still affecting me today from Vietnam, okay, all of them. Yet they don't want to raise it up any higher. And a veteran getting service-connected disability has trouble living anywhere, and he doesn't get enough money unless he's getting 85 to 90% or better. Other than that, you know, if you're not getting the 85%, you're getting less than $1,200 a month, okay? How are you going to live on $1,200 a month? You know, you just barely can't do it. And even the medical coverage, if you're not rated at 70% or higher, you cannot get like the dental work and other stuff that you need, you know? I mean, a veteran has trouble. We go to protect our freedom, but we get hurt, and then they don't want to do anything for us.
Well, thank you for your service, and I'm so sorry you've had to go through that. We're looking right now at a number of issues, and I'm so sorry you are. We're looking at a number of issues as we speak, looking at treatment at the VA hospital in Detroit and other places. I'd be happy to talk to you further and see if we can help you out. Thank you.
I'm using both the new one and the old one down the park.
Well, we definitely
you.
agree with what Ross said. Thank you for your service. We appreciate you. Go ahead, ma'am.
I'm Jasmine Early. I live in Sterling Heights. I moved here 12 years ago. I'm a community activist. My concern is that little by little, I have seen the transformation in the city that I moved in. We residents are not taken care of. I know the lady before said it's a beautiful city, but when you don't know what really is going on, then you can have another opinion. I attend city council meetings regularly, and I see the disrespect toward the residents. Complaints about neighborhood roads, increasing cases of breaking in. Some people some of them don't get even reported by the media what is going on. I invite you to go to the city webpage and check the city council meetings. You will see what I'm talking about, how the residents, when they come to complain, they are mistreated. Residents are being intimidated also, and I go back to the point of one of the speakers before. They are afraid to speak about it. I moved to a safe city. I don't know what is going on anymore. Politicians talk about safety, fixing roads, progress. However, that is not the reality in Sterling Heights. I invite you to check my words. You will see that it's true. I had concerns about the residents where people are going around knocking on their doors, getting into their houses through the garage. Please, residents, close your garage doors. The tires are being stolen from parking lots. This is happening in Sterling Heights. Is that reported widely? It's not. We had a great police department, we had a fire department, but we need help from the residents. This year we're having an election. I invite the residents check who is running. I personally am tired of what is going on and the people who are there mistreating residents. I invite you to vote and elect new people. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jasmine.
Thank you for speaking out.
And ma'am, don't forget, I mean, we're here tonight to listen to you too, but if you see something that's going on, make sure you call Channel 7 and alert us to problems in your city.
Thank you.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Lula Peterson. Good evening. My name is Lula Peterson, and I'm here on behalf of the Meals on Wheels program. I'm sure everybody's familiar with that. We are in dire need of drivers, volunteers. There's cuts that's been made, and I'm really nervous right now, but this is, I'm very passionate.
That's okay, take your time.
Okay. I'm very passionate about this. We need volunteers, especially drivers, to deliver to the homebound. We serve over 1,700 meals per day, and cuts, budget cuts, drivers, it's just, we're in need, and I'm just asking, pleading for help and volunteers at this time.
If people want to volunteer with your organization, what's the best way for them to get in touch with you?
Macomb County Senior Services, Offices of Senior Services in Macomb County. They can call there, and they would contact them to the different locations that needs drivers and volunteers.
And we certainly know how important that is, because some seniors, that's the only meal they'll get for the day.
And also the contact, the human contact, that's very important. It's just not just a meal sometimes, it's you know, communicating,
Somebody to
seeing
say
someone.
hello.
Very important, so.
Yeah. Well, thank you for what you do.
Thank you, and thank you, Channel 7.
Thank you.
We have some awfully generous viewers, don't we? Some
We
very,
do,
truly,
yeah.
people doing some really good things.
And providing that safety net that we all know
Oh, yeah.
we have to have in our society.
Absolutely. Hi.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I have to say, you know, really, you guys are better looking in person than you are on TV. My name is Joe Romano. I'm a recently elected county commissioner. Prior to that, I was 19 years on the city council and served with my good friend and mentor, Mayor Richard Noddy. What I'm here for tonight is to take Channel 7 and the rest of the channels to task. You turn on the news in the morning, and you know what you hear? You hear news, and you hear doom and gloom. You know, people, do I really care about the drug dealer who got his brains blown out? No, I don't care about that. Do I really care about the drunk driver that ran his car into a telephone pole? I don't care about that. Give me something with every sensational thing that you give up. Give me something that's touchy-feely. Give me something good. I don't need to start off my day hearing about these nasty things that are going on, not only in the city of Detroit, but throughout our nation. Give me something along, give me the soldier that comes home from military service and sees his kid at the high school and the kid doesn't know he's going to show up. Give me more of that. Show me the kids in school, the young kids in school, the grade schoolers and the grandkids that enjoy the school so much. I get tired of you guys, all your stations. You sensationalize. You want people to, oh my goodness, look what, please, you really think people need that? We got enough pressure on us as it is. I want to wake up in the morning and not know that I'm going to war with another nation. I want the news stations to tell me things that are happening within my county or my state that are also good. And I think you guys, for every nasty thing you bring up, and you bring up a lot, bring up something nice. Bring up something that we can start our day off with right. And thanks for having this forum. It's really nice.
And thank you, sir. And that is certainly why we are here. We want to hear from you, too, and want to hear what you want as well. So thank you. We appreciate you.
You know, with your first comment about how good we looked, I was going to say the check is in the mail, but I'm not so sure now. Thank you. But you know, that's important.
That is important.
And that's one of the reasons we're here, is to be able to, we dish it out, be able to take it. We wear a big bullseye, and it's important for you to tell us how you feel about what we're doing.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
And that's why we have somebody like Amira David on this podium right here, because Amira does a lot of taking action for you stories where she definitely is helping people in their feel-good stories.
And we have had some positive stories.
Absolutely.
And it is hard because you don't want to desensitize completely from the bad things that are happening. You have to cover them. But, you know, it's certainly some criticism that I think we have all heard from other people other than that gentleman. So, you know, we take it very seriously, and we would love to provide you guys some more positive stories.
Absolutely. Hi, sir.
Hello. My name is Al Searcy. I'm retired military and civil servant. I have 3 concerns, and one of those is the high cost of car insurance in this state. I think Florida and Kansas might be higher than us. But it's ridiculous, and it depends on where you live and how much you pay. My second issue is license plates. You pay for the first day you buy your car, you say the same price. As a matter of fact, it went up this year, thanks to the governor. But if you bought your car 10 years ago, you pay the same for your plate. Third issue is it took me 18 years to get percentage that I got from the VA, and I'm still fighting them to increase that. So please jump on the VA. Thank you.
And thank you for your service.
Good issues. Very good issues.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi, my name is Jean Larson, and I live in Sterling Heights, and we've been here since '03. My husband is retired Navy. I want to say just the opposite of the gentleman two ahead of me. I am a tax accountant, so for the last 3.5 months, I've been working 60, 70 hours a week. And one of the shows I tape is the evening news on Channel 7, because I feel like you keep us informed. And whether it's bad or good, I think you do just as much good as you do bad. This time of year, when you do the seniors in the graduating classes, and you show all the top-rated seniors in the state, I think is an excellent inspiration to all graduating kids. But I also wanted to say, because I am a tax accountant, your program about the IRS calling you, and I know that's a big issue. As a matter of fact, I got a call on Monday. But informing our citizens about issues like that, that if IRS does not call you, if you're in trouble with the IRS, you're going to get a letter. Come see me, I'll help you out. No, but the way you inform our community, I think, is top-notch, and I just wanted to say thank you.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you. That's very nice.
We like the good with the bad, so we appreciate that. Thank you. Hi, sir. How are you?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How's it going for you?
My name is Tyson Reeves. I'm a real estate broker here. I'm also ex-military. That's been a thing for the past few statements. But I wanted to say that I think I found on you guys' website something that I found to be true about Macomb County, and that's it's one of the largest growing counties in population since the recession. And but my comment was similar to a young man here who was talking about the lower portion of the county. I think from just the experiences that I have, that the bottom portion of the county could grow a little faster if the tax base was a little bit lower for those residents. The values in those properties are lower. So doing the math, I guess you have to charge a little bit more. But what it also does is limits where people want to go. A lot of the people from the lower portion want to move higher or more north. And what I've seen is people from other places are kind of surpassing those areas. And I think that a portion of that is because of the taxes. I'm not going to sit here and go through all the numbers and things, but if you had an opportunity to look at it, you would definitely see the difference. And it's a stark difference. And that's all I'm going to say.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you very much. And thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Hi, sir.
Hi, my name is Irv Jacks, and I've been a resident for Sterling Heights of over 50 years, and I'm very proud to be a citizen of this great city. I'm a retired police officer, and I am now serving in a volunteer group called Citizens Patrol. I don't have a complaint. This is a compliment for this particular group. It's a group of 11 volunteers that patrol the city of Sterling Heights at their own expense. You may have seen them at the Music in the Park, Sterling Fest, and any other city events within this county, or not so much the county, but the city itself. And what I'm here to say is that these people have donated over thousands of hours of their own time and their own money. And I would just like to thank that particular group. And I also would like to thank Chief Berg, the Chief of Police, for allowing this group to still exist. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, my name is John Myers III, a Sterling Heights resident. I want to thank you guys for putting this on. This is something that's needed to be done for a very long time in Macomb County. If you look around this room, you have people representing all walks of life in this room today. And it's important that we reach out to our elected officials and help them understand that people are still struggling. Our seniors are struggling, our children are struggling, our veterans are struggling. How do we offer services that are available to these people so they know the services are available? They know that Meals on Wheels need help. They know that veterans are starving. They know that seniors are not taking their meds because they can't afford it. It's things that are available in this county that we have to educate our residents on so they're aware that what they have to offer to them is at their fingertips. So we can't stop here. We have to keep this going in our county. This can't be the only town hall meeting that we host. We have to reach out to all elected officials, Henry Yanez, Mr. Romano, all of you guys. We need help in this county. And it's important that we keep this thing going so that it's not the only town hall meeting that we have in this county. Thank you for coming out. I appreciate you guys. I really do.
And we appreciate your comments tonight. Thank you, sir.
And we'll be back.
Yes, we will. Go ahead, ma'am.
Hi, my name's Maggie Prong. I'm a resident of Sterling Heights, and for some reason I'm really nervous. I speak
that's okay.
I speak in crowds of all the time. The lady that spoke about Meals on Wheels and needing volunteers, I volunteer for the city of Sterling Heights. They put on a lot of great events all year long, and they can't do it without volunteers. The Grand Prix is coming up. I'm a chairperson on the Grand Prix. That's coming up. We're all short of volunteers there. I volunteer for the Parade Company, volunteer for the homeless downtown at Cass Park. If people can give just a couple hours, that would be great. But volunteers, a lot of events and communities are hurting without volunteers, and we could really use them. And so thank you.
No, thank you so much. Hi, ma'am. This is going to be our last comment for the night. Thank you.
My name is, whoops.
You can take it off there if you want.
My name is Barb Boydis, and I've been in the county probably for about 30 years. And there are two things I would like to say. First of all, I'm delighted to have Macomb Community College in my area. They provide a lot of stimulating concerts throughout the year. And right now, I'm in a program called SOAR, which is the Society of Active Retirees. And they provide classes at a minimal cost to seniors. Very, very good, something worth looking into. And secondly, I really
didn't know where Macomb County stood as far as taking in Syrian refugees. But if they do, I welcome them into our community. And I'm glad to see that there are others too. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Okay, sir, you're going to be our last comment for the evening.
Okay, I waited.
Yes, patiently.
And Mr. Romano was right. You all look much thinner in person. My name is Clarence Cherry. I've lived in Sterling Heights, 47 years, I believe. Yeah, 47. And I wish you would have more graphs and charts. And this goes for the politicians also. Because, you know, there's so much incorrect statements out there in the news now, people kind of tune off. They don't want to hear it. And if you have a graph or a chart showing where there's more road funding or less, and I worked at Chrysler's, and we had 125,000 people at one time. Now I think it's like 35,000. But we produce twice as many vehicles.
Wow.
But the price keeps going up. I'm not an expert on research and development where this money goes. But you could do little bits and pieces on that. The problem I see is the money's all going to the top. We have billionaires. When I was growing up, you know, everybody had a house and one car, if you had a car. Then in the 60s, part of it was inflation. They took us off the gold standard. And everybody had 2 cars. The kids had cars. And the whole place boomed. And, you know, you have to invest, whether it's roads, like expressways. Eisenhower put that into play, and all these factories and buildings come up along the expressway. Now everything's crumbling. We need to do the roads. And what I understand, the formula hasn't been changed since the 50s or 40s. And every county gets so much of the pie. Well, this to me is a big problem because, you know, some areas they don't have the traffic or the you know, salt usage that deteriorates the roads. And the quality of the road, is the cement, you know, that good, and things like that. So it's, you know, I wish you'd look into this, and like I say, the graphs and charts are very important to see where the money's going. Auto insurance, I know it's a wrap. Auto insurance is one of the most important things, and years ago, they said that only 4 cents out of every dollar went for the, you know, repairing the cars and lawsuits and everything. How do we compare to other states? What do we pay our insurance CEOs and all, not picking on them,
yes,
but all these CEOs?
Well, we understand, and we certainly appreciate your comments, and
Good
we'll take
input.
everything that you
Okay.
said into consideration.
Okay, don't forget those graphs and charts.
Okay, hey, thank you, sir. Ma'am, I know you've been standing there, so how about we give you the last 2 minutes?
I have to echo what a lot of people have said tonight. I think we share a lot of the same concerns. My name is Allison, and I live in South Macomb County. And I believe in equality in a county, that the south end should be treated like the north end and the east end and the west end. When I travel, I drive, and I drive through beautiful states from Florida until I reach Michigan. Michigan, I see a sign that says Pure Michigan, and then I see litter amongst the roadways. And last year I had quite an experience dealing with trying to find information and who's responsible, from contractors to counties to cities to God knows who is responsible for any given issue. Right now there is a danger, a red cube over a on-ramp on the 11-mile service drive going westbound after Groesbeck. Is it over an electrical outlet? Is this a risk for someone to get injured? There was a pole laying down, there was a fence. It's been over 30 days. Who do I call? Who do I call?
Channel 7.
Thank you. And while you're there, if you can take the van when you leave here, there is a man that has a sign out in front of his home. I believe it's on Shaner going south, and it says that the county is asking communities to pay half for road repairs. How can a bedroom community like East Point afford to help with road repairs when their taxes aren't coming from manufacturing bases. They're coming from homeowners who don't have the income to pay what it costs for road repairs. And litter management, I was told that since the Granholm administration that litter management has been taken out of the county or the budgeting for roads. That our state will be a landfill if this keeps up year after year after year. So in sidewalks, I will wrap, the Regional Transit Authority wanted to do all these beautiful things with transportation on Groesbeck with no sidewalks. There's no sidewalks to ride our bike from Roseville to Warren to St. Clair Shores. It seems like between each community, they decide not to connect the sidewalks. Is that to keep other residents out? These are things that I would hope you would look into on Channel 7 News. Thank you.
Well, I just want to say thank you, ma'am, for your comments. I want to thank all of you for giving us your positive comments and your pride, showing pride in your community. That's why you are all here to participate in our very first Detroit 2020 Town Hall meeting, which, as you can see, again, we are here to unify, we are here to inspire, and we are here to bring about action. And because I did the majority of the talking, I just want to give my colleagues here a moment to wrap up, each of them, if you want to say, you know, how you felt about tonight.
You know, I'm so glad that you have come out to share what your concerns are, and I'll be very succinct. I deal on the editorial and public affairs side. You've given me a host of potential spotlight on the news show, and you've given Mike Murray and our editorial board a host of editorials to look into, and we will do it on your behalf. Thank you.
I just want to say I think there's a lot of legitimate points that the gentleman in the back from Roseville made about a lot of negative things on the news, maybe too much. Also, I think that that's important in a lot of ways. I think that there's a lot of problems in this area, not just in Macomb, in Oakland, in Wayne, in Detroit. And when you've got some systemic issues that have been festering for a long time, our job is to point them out. And if you don't acknowledge the problem, you don't have a chance of fixing it. So while I think his points are excellent, I think sometimes our job is to raise some unpleasant issues and hope that we can lead to some positive change. But thank you all for coming tonight.
Yes. I just want to echo that. I want to say thank you so much for coming tonight. This was so eye-opening for me and inspiring, and you guys all give me the energy to do what I'm doing. I feel so lucky to be the Taking Action reporter and to get resolve, help you get resolve on some of these issues. And I can't do my job without you and actually hearing about the problems and the grievances you have. So we do want to continue this conversation, and we did hear somebody say, let this not be the end of all of the issues that were brought up here. And that's why, we gave you guys this card. I mean, there's so many ways for you to reach out to us. And we're not just saying it, we truly want to connect with you. We want to reach out with you. For the people that I said, I will give you my card. I'm happy to hear from you. But again, thank you so much. And thank you for the warm welcome. I think I'm the newest face to this market. So thank you so much for being here. And I'm honored to be a part of Channel 7's team.
So again, thank you all for being here tonight. We appreciate you. And hey, if you have a problem or you want to share something positive, make sure you call us up at Channel 7. We'll take you up on it, and we'll certainly follow through. So thank you again for being here with us tonight.
Thank you.